Okay. So today we are going to continue where we left in the last class. Though last class we did exercise questions from the chapter of database concepts. But today
Now I'm
we
joining from other device.
okay, no problem. But today we continue with our study of select command itself. Okay. Now what we did in the last session of select command was we were talking about the in operator. Remember? Yes. So here we said that when I want to check for multiple values in a single field, let me have the MySQL window also open so that I can show you the output. It's better formatted when you go doing it through MySQL as compared to Peza. Keep that open too. First is that I will have to open my database to work in that. Okay. Then I start with my table. Now table, I don't remember what was the name of the table last time I created. So I ask him to show all the table names. If you remember, you will directly start with that. I think we were working on item. Okay. So let's go by that, or we can take any other table also. That's not a problem. Anyway, let us take and see what data do I have in the item table. Okay, it's the same table itself. That's great. What we were working off in the task class, right? So in this case, we talk about that I want to check for the details for the item names: carom, pad, wicket, chess, tennis, football. Okay. So one way of writing this command would be that what all I want all the details I'm saying as per my requirements. I say select star from table name where item name is equal to carom, or item name is equal to pad, or item name is equal to chess, or item name is equal to tennis, or item name is equal to football. Okay, you can see that every command, every condition has to be complete with its field name value. Field name value. Operator depends. Field name and value has to be there. Then only it can check and accordingly work. Everything has to be complete. Every individual condition you're giving. Okay, I'm repeating this thing so many times because a general tendency is to write it as select star from table name where department is equal to admin or sales or accounts, because we speak like that. Okay, but for the machine, when he's going to check for the second condition, if he doesn't find the field name, he will give you an error saying kya karu main sales ka, kya karna hai, what do I do with this value? Okay, so that is why this writing of this field name again and again is very, very important. Fine. So that is why SQL provides you with an operator called as in. You can correlate it to the membership operator you've done in your Python also. And here we talk about using that particular thing in this particular manner. So selects whatever you want, whatever column names you want from table name, where in whichever field am I talking about of checking my data, that field name in and the list of values. So it is like you give him a list of values and he is now going to compare that for you. That wherever this list, either one of the items is available in that particular field, which field, this field, he will pick that record. Okay. And in has its own half circle brackets. That is something important. The format is important, the way you have to write it. So if I want to say the example I was talking about, if I want to write that, I'll say select star from table name where I name is equal to, no, I don't want to write equal to, I'll write in, and then I'll give the list of names I'm talking about. Again, if it's a character value or a date value, then you will put quotes. If it's numeric values, you will not put the quotes. So all the options you want to write, you will write in this bracket. Okay, so just like it is reducing your job, that you don't have to write the condition again and again, and the possibility of making the error in that case reduces. But the in operator has to be written, its brackets have to be written. You can see that all the columns have been picked up. Why? Because I have written star. Okay, but the records are picked up based on these 4 items. So 4 items corresponding to the condition I have given. That is the purpose of the in keyword. In and between are referred as keywords. Okay, if not like this, then I have the other way of writing it using or. I'm telling you both the comparisons because in the exam there could be some tricky questions based on this kind of a thing also. They give it to you in the longer form and they say just I want to reduce the code, then what should I write? So you should be able to correlate. So I'm saying where item in we will remove and we will add or condition. Whenever you are checking multiple values in a single field, do not put and condition. Why will you do that? Why will you have a intention of doing it? Because the question says that display the details of carom, wicket, football, and cork. This is how the question is put. Display all the details of carom, wicket, football, and cork. Because the question says and, you have a tendency of using the and operator where item is equal to carom and item is equal to wicket and football and cork. Okay, as per the reading of the question. But what happens is I told you that this condition, what is taken, what is given here is taken up and checked in every record. Now, is it possible that in every record, that is in one line of data, I have item name as carom and football and wicket and cork? It is not possible. One item can have one value only in one record. Correct? So that is why this condition, when replaced with the or with the and command and operator, basically this becomes an illogical command for the machine. What item in where clause have I written? Oh, sorry, it has to be I name. I'm so sorry. Name is also very important. Okay, so and is not acceptable because in one field, you keep in mind this thing that when I'm checking values corresponding to one field, single field only, multiple values, then and is illogical to be used. Because then you're trying to say ki in one record, please go and find out where I have all the values. That is not possible. Okay, so either you use it with or, specifying every individual field name is equal to value or field name is equal to value, or you use the in operator. Obviously, this becomes very, very handy and easy to write. Okay, then comes the next operator, that is between. Between is understood that it could be talking about a range of value, right? Isn't it? This and this, between this and this, and just the way it is written, between this and this. So here, like we are comparing it, and between can be used for numeric values also as well as dates also. Like I want to say that fetch me the details which has been, fetch me the records which has been purchased from a particular date to from a particular date, up to a particular date. Okay, so like if I just try to see the command again. So supposingly I'm saying from 2000 to 2005. I want to see all those records. So 2000 matlab I want to see the first day onwards itself. So 1st January 2000 and 31st December 2005. Okay, so for dates also we can use the between command. Obviously for the numeric values we definitely can. So supposingly I'm saying that please display me the item names whose cost is in the range of 5,000 to 10,000. Okay, let us see that. Select. I just want to see the I name and nothing else, and maybe the cost or the quantity, supposedly. Okay, from the table name where, okay, where the cost is between. Now, is you will not write. So between 5,000 and 10,000. Okay. Point to be noted here is 5,000 and 10,000 are included. So if you want 5,001 onwards, then it should be between 5,001 and 10,000. Like if you don't want to include the value 5,000. Okay. But as per the rule of between the first and the second value, the upper range and the lower range, both are included. Both the values are included. Okay. So this is how we put it. So BAT is 99. Sorry, cost wise. 10,000. First one is not picked up by because it's 4,000. Then table tennis is picked up. Then football is picked up because the cost is ranging in between the given range. Okay. Now, what is the other way of writing it? This is the easier version of writing it. The other way of writing it is that I can give the condition as where cost is greater than and equal to 5,000 and cost is less than or equal to 10,000. This is using the relational operators. This is using the between keyword, but the output will be same. That you can see. So that is what you're trying to say. Cost should be between 5,000 and 10,000. The way of writing it in terms of operators is where cost is more than or equal to 5,000 and the cost is less than or equal to 10,000. Am I clear with this? That with the operator, how do we use it? And if I replace it with the between operator, then how do I use it? Okay, there are no brackets in between. That's a very common thing which students tend to put between ke baad, because in also has an operator that has a bracket. In between also they tend to put a bracket. Bracket is not to be put. Bracket not required. Field name between this and this. Okay, that is how we write it. Fine. And this and has to be A and D and only. I cannot replace it with my ampersand sign. Please remember that. I'm telling this thing because once or twice I've seen that in the answer sheets of students. I cannot replace it with ampersand sign. That is not acceptable. When I'm talking about the between operator, it has to be this and only. No brackets required. Okay. So is it that when I do it like this, I can use this ampersand operator? Single or double? Yes, I can. Okay, single ampersand is not allowed, but like you can use or I can use this sign. Okay, this is just above your enter key, typing symbol. Both are allowed as part of operators in SQL, but in between keyword, when you're using your and has to be and itself, and and. Okay, when you're using with operators, it can be A and D also, it can be double ampersand also. But when I'm talking about or operator, sorry, between operator, it has to be A and D only. Okay, am I clear with this? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so these two are the keywords which are important. Then we come down to this third keyword, very, very important and significant, that is like operator. Okay, now this does a very, very interesting thing. The other operators were like directly checking the values, whether in a range or exact check of values like that. But like operator lets you to create a pattern. Okay, and the patterns are very interestingly created. They are created with the help of these two characters. Please understand this thing very carefully. Percentage symbol and underscore symbol. I can use these two characters. Okay. They are called as wildcard characters, wildcard characters, and they help us create a pattern. Okay, now pattern of what sort am I talking about? Like a pattern which can refer to a group of records. Okay, now supposingly I am saying all those student details I want whose surname is Khanna. Okay, now surname is part of the name itself. I don't have a separate field as surname. If it is a separate field, then it is not required to be as a pattern which you have to write. But in the name itself, I have to write that somewhere Khanna has to be there. It could be the middle name, it could be the last name. So the name has to end with Khanna. in the name field. So that's like a pattern I'm trying to generate. Ab in dono ka kya significance hai? First we'll learn that and then we'll come down to the examples. Okay. Underscore, whenever I'm putting at one place, I mean that there has to be some character. Some character. Okay. Like here, just see this example. Underscore underscore T means T will be the third character in that data, in that name. T will be the third character. Okay. What is the meaning of percentage? Percentage means there could be presence of a single character also, or no characters also, or more than single characters also. And that more can be any number. Fine. So if you analyze this thing, this becomes that whatever name you're trying to refer, that should have T as the third character. After that, it can be having any number of characters, no characters, one character, two character, whatever, any number of characters, 0 or more. So presence of percentage symbol in a like frame, basically, when you're using a pattern with the like one, in that case, when you're putting a percentage symbol, you're talking about presence of 0 or more. 0 is important to be taken care, because a name might be only this much. Then also I want to refer it. If that is the case, then only you will put your percentage symbol. Okay. If it is that no, it cannot be, T will not be the ending character. Okay. In that case, you have to put another underscore after that also. How many you want. Okay. But putting a symbol like this after T means T can be the ending character also. So because this means presence of 0 characters too. Okay, so it can end with T, it might not end with T, it might be somewhere in the middle, it is T, but T has to be the third character. That is important, because you've put 2 underscores. Okay, so that is how use of these 2 characters, these 2 wildcard characters can be taken into consideration for creating my patterns. Like, for example, name which starts with S and ends with A. Starts with S, last character should be A, because after that I'm not putting any underscore, I'm not putting any percentage symbol. So it has to end with A, that is confirmed. It has to start with S, that is confirmed. In between, it can only be SA also. That means nothing in between. The word can be SA also, that word also will be picked up. That means there is nothing. Okay, or else that there can be 10 characters also. If I say Sushmita, Sushmita will be picked up by this pattern because it is starting with S and ending with A. Sarmishta will be picked up. But if I say Shayantani will not be picked up because S is there, A is there, but after that also multiple characters are there. Okay, na? That will not be picked up. It has to end with an A. Beach mein, it can be anything. Will Shayantani be picked up? No. But if it is some name which starts with S and ends with A, one is Sushmita, another is Sarmishta, that will be picked up. Starts with S, ends with A. In between characters can be anything. Sumitra starts with S, ends with A. In between can be any number of characters. 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 0, anything. Okay. Like I said, the name has to end with Khanna. Starting with kuch bhi ho, anything. It can be A Kapoor, it can be Anil Kapoor, it can be Anita Kapoor, it can be Tamil Nadu Kapoor, anything. I mean, what I want to say is that single character, 2 character name, 3 character name, PK Kapoor, anything. P. K Kapoor, anything. Dot is also a character, acceptable. It's a character, okay, in the data. So anything, but the name has to end with Kapoor. Name which starts with Anil. Starting has to be ANIL. After that, it can be anything. So even if it's only Anil, that name will be picked up. That name will be taken up as yes. It is a part of the thing. After that, whether you have something written, whether you don't have something written, it's okay. Now, when I mean something like this, so like if it's an address field, an address has got, 825 Anand Niketan, the New Delhi, Janakpuri, whatever. Then you have sector 5, flat number 40, phase 3, Baduya or something, right? Now in that, I have to find out all those addresses, all those students who stay in Anand Niketan. Okay, Anand Niketan is just part of that address, right? उससे पहले you've got block number, you've got road number, you've got कोठी number, and उसके बाद you've got New Delhi and pin number, everything. Somewhere in the middle, किसी का plot number नहीं होगा. So it could be starting from the 2nd position, 3rd position, 10th position, 13th position, 45th position, anything. I don't know. Okay. So that is why this kind of a thing, when we want to implement, we say somewhere it should be that name. Suppose Anand Niketan, I'm saying. Okay, so somewhere in that name, it should be Anand Niketan. Before Anand Niketan, there could be something, there could not be anything. After Anand Niketan also, there could be something, there could not be anything. But in the entire string I'm talking about, somewhere Anand Niketan together. Now Anand somewhere, Niketan somewhere, that is also not acceptable. The way I'm talking about percentage Anand Niketan percentage, Anand Niketan has to be together. Maybe I write it as Anand space Niketan. So Anand space Niketan has to be together. Okay. Is it fine? Dates containing a particular year. This way we can give, because all my dates start from the year. So I can say 1998 wale sare dates, 2004 wale sare dates, rather than giving that condition where I'm talking about 1st January 1998 to 31st December 1998. I can even use it like this. Select star from table name where name like or date of birth like 1998 percentage. So all those people who have date of birth in 1998 will be picked up. Okay. So,
ma'am,
yeah.
Can you explain B, where the this percentage one? T percentage? Yes, ma'am.
When I say this thing, I mean that compulsorily T has to be the 3rd character. So compare this term with this term. When I'm saying this, I mean T can be at the 1st position, T can be at the end position, T can be somewhere in the middle, anything. Okay. But in this case, I mean T has to be the 3rd character. After that, it can be anything.
Yes, ma'am. Got it.
Okay. So presence of underscore means compulsorily there is some character. But the beauty of percentage symbol is that you are trying to say there can be something, there can be nothing also, both the cases. Okay. Like, see this example, write a query to display the details of all the employees whose department names start with A and have the 4th character as I. 4th character के बाद क्या है? Nothing is mentioned. कुछ है, नहीं है, nothing is mentioned. Okay. He's only said first has to be A and then the 4th one has to be I. Right? So how do I use it actually? The like operator, we'll say normal, select whatever from table name, because it says all the details, details. So nothing is mentioned. So I'll pick up star. Select star from EMP where field name in which you want to make it check the pattern. Like, you do not use a equal to. Please keep in mind. Equal to means you're trying to search for a data which is written as underscore T and percentage symbol as it is written. He's not going to implement it as the way it should be. Meaning of underscore and percentage will not be taken. Whereas as it is where the data is written as percentage and underscore, that data will be picked up. So equal to will not be there at all. It has to be like. With the use of like, he knows that I have to go and implement the meaning of underscore and percentage and not look for those characters in my data. Okay. Equal to will not be there. It has to be field name like and then in quotes the pattern. Okay. So starts with A. How do I go to the 4th character? In between iska matlab has to be something. So underscore, then only I can make I as my 4th character. But I don't know what should be in the 2nd and the 3rd position. So underscore. And after that, I again don't know whether you have anything to be mentioned or not. Something should be there or not. So I write percentage symbol. Okay. So these three are the most important keywords which I use in reference of select command, right? Next keyword of importance is null and is not null. Now, here we are talking about checking null values in a data. Like here, do I have any null values? Because null is something of importance, something of difference. It's not normal data. So that is why he has given you specific keywords to search for data with null or without null. Okay, like I'm saying, select the I names from the table name where the quantity is null. A quantity is equal to null nahi nickna. When you write equal to, he will expect a number or a date or a string. Okay, but here the null is neither a number nor a date nor a string. That is why when I entered also, I did not put a quotes. If it would have been a name or a date, I would have put a quotes. And if it is a number, then it cannot accept characters, alphabets, right? So that is why it is neither of the three. So to check the neither of the three element, I go about using this keyword is null. Okay, where quantity is null. Simple. It's just like the way we speak in English. Wherever the quantity is null, pick it up. Wherever the quantity is not null, pick it up. Everything other than hockey will come. Jahan pe null nahi hai. Okay, it is as directly to be written the way we speak, where the value of quantity is null, where the value of quantity is not null. As simple as that. You will never put an equal to. I have marked it and with a big bang I've shown you that this is an error. It will not work like that. Okay, so neither equal to nor quotes, nothing to be put. It is a direct is null and is not null. And it is very useful because when I want to directly refer to these values itself, the records with the null, I want to update that data. So there everywhere I'll be using this particular expression is null, or if it's a vice versa case, is not null. Okay, definitely there in the paper, some question based on that. Okay, now variations of all the commands, all the keywords I can use with the select command is done. Let's do the last one and then we move on to the huge set of queries again to be practiced. Okay, this is a clause like we have from, like we have where. The next clause of select command is order by. Okay, now let us understand what is order by basically. If I see a set of data, and because I'm referring to this table, let us refer to this table only. I want to arrange my data as per the years of warranty. Jiska, 1 year ka warranty hai, so I want it first, then 2, then 3, then 4. Okay, I want to arrange it. I want to arrange it according to the least cost data elements to highest cost items. Basically, I arrange my data or as per quantity or as per dates also. Okay, arranging the data. The actual data is not affected. That you have to keep in mind. That is only for the current display. Actual data will be in the same sequence the way you have kept it. Okay, so I can order my data based on some particular field. Also, I can order my data on that field based on ascending arrangement or descending arrangement. Low to high jana, high to low jana. Fine. If you do not write anything, just you say order by and the name of the field, it is an ascending order. So by default, it is ascending order. You want it to be descending, you have to add the keyword DESC. Now, this is the place where you have to keep in mind. If the question says, what is the purpose of DESC command? Then that is describe the table structure. What is the purpose of the DESC keyword? This keyword is used with the clause order by of select command in order to arrange the data in descending order. The purpose is completely different. One is a command, it can be used independently. One is a keyword which has to be used with order by, and order by has to be used with select. Nothing can work independently. Okay, very common mistake, very common mistake which is done is students tend to forget or omit the field name. I don't know the reason why. How can they assume that the ordering will be done on its own? I really don't understand, but unbelievably, every year there are few who would definitely write this, even in the board exam paper. When we check, we find it. Okay, so please do not do it. Select whatever you want to select from that table name, whatever field data you want to select. Okay, order by what? What, on the basis of what you want to order your data? On the basis of names. Even names can be ordered. I mean, on the basis of names, A, B, C, D, character wise, alphabetical order can also be there. Cost wise, quantity wise, date of purchase wise, warning wise, whatever, but some field has to be mentioned. So if I'm saying select star from item order by cost, my data will be ordered as per no cost se leke up to the higher level. Rest of the data is accordingly arranged. ऐसा नहीं है कि only this is arranged and the rest of the data is for carom only. So carom के साथ null नहीं आ जाएगा. No, the entire data is sorted. Okay, but the original data remains same. That is not going to change. That's only for this current display purpose. Okay, I want to display the same data, but in descending order. So order by field name followed by DESC. That is the keyword to be used. अब देखो ये उल्टा आ गया. Starting from the highest cost data to the no cost data. इसका cost mention नहीं है. Okay, so your job is to create a table, insert a few records, and then practice the order by in terms of everything. If I order by names, what will happen if I order by name? Tell me which name should be coming first. One last question. Which item name should be coming first? This is your original data. Which item name will be coming first if I'm doing order by name? Nothing with A, but there is something with B. Bat, right? And then followed by C. C may, if you got multiple like carom, cork. So carom will be first. Dictionary sorting. C A. Second character देगा ना. C C same है तो second character will say. It will check. So carom first and then cork. So bat, then carom, then cork. This much we can check. What mistake did I name? Okay, order by column name is not name, it's I name. Excellent. Okay, so bat, carom, chess. So it's not that ordering can be done only in number fields, it can be done with character fields also. That will be a alphabetical sorting, dictionary sorting. If I put all these words in a dictionary, how will they be arranged? They will be arranged in this order. If you put a descending, it will be arranged in the ulta order. Okay, fine. So this was about your select command. Next class, today itself, the last period, we will do these queries so that we are thorough with all our options of select command, how to use, when to use, right?